Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple beanie, a reversible beanie. You can wear it both ways, inside out and right side in. Well, this is what our beanie looks like if you add a pom-pom. The one I'm wearing does not have a pom-pom, so you can choose to have a pom-pom added or not. It's your choice. This is the one with that pom-pom. The tutorial today will not include the pom-pom option, but just wanted to show you one with a pom-pom so you see what it looks like. This is what it looks like one-sided, and if I turn it the other way, this is what it looks like the other way. That's why I say it's reversible. So it all depends on which side you prefer. I don't know what side you prefer. I prefer this side though, but they both look beautiful. And this is what it looks like with the pom-pom. I know the pom-pom kind of gives it more character, but if you're doing one and you do not have the time to add a pom-pom, or you just don't fancy pom-poms, you can just wear it without a pom-pom. The only challenge with the pom-pom is that then you can't reverse it. You have to decide which side you love, and that's the side on which you put the pom-pom. Well, without further ado, I hope you like the tutorial. It's a very simple tutorial. Hope you can make some for your loved ones. Let me know if you have any feedback or questions. Just drop me a comment. All right, stay blessed. You'll need a big hook. I'm using a 5.75. The bigger the hook, the better, because then your beanie is soft and stretchy. You want it stretchy so it can fit all sizes of heads, I guess. So I'm using a 5.7. You can use a 6 or 6.5. And yeah, we'll start our project by making a knot as usual. And we're going to chain 4 so we can make a loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. To make our loop, we are going to make our first chain a half double crochet. So we'll yarn over, and in our first hole right there, we'll make a half double crochet. And that will act as our first chain and will also help us make this loop. So we're going to work inside this loop right there. Okay. All right, so in that loop we're going to put 11 double crochets, with the first half double crochet acting as our 12th. So we'll have a total of 12 chains. So in there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So our first row will have 12 double crochet stitches. Okay, you can pull that. We'll tuck that in later. You also want to keep track of where your row begins and where it ends. I usually do that by just using a small piece of yarn and marking where my row ended. So this was the end of our row. So going forwards, we're going to work front post double crochet, and for the next 6 to 8 rows will be increasing rows as we build on our beanie base. So this was our first row. You remember the first half double crochet that you used to make the loop? That was supposed to be counted as your first stitch. So our first two double crochets are going to go into the half double crochet that you started with, that one. Okay, so I'm gonna yarn over, go to the back of the 2, pull, yarn over, pull through. The beginning is a bit tricky, but once you're done with the first and second rows, the rest just flow through. So we're gonna increase the second row to 24, and we are working with the front post. That's 4. Six, 8. So you're putting 2 double crochets in each front post of the 12 that you made earlier in your row 1. Alright, so you should have a total of 24, and this is what your second row should look like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's 22, and then our last one would be 24. It's going to be 23 and 24. So this is what I mean when I mean we're going to start increasing. So your first row was 12, your next row is going to be 24, your third row will be 24, your fourth will be an increasing row from 24 to 36. So this is what your back will look like, and your front also starts to form, to spiral into a very beautiful pattern. So again, you have to mark where you ended, so that at the end of your project you know exactly where to close your project. So our next row, which is row number 3, is going to stay as 24. So we'll have a double crochet in each of the 24 front posts for a total of 24, and that will be basically how we work this through. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Again, you have to mark where you ended. And so this is our row number 3, which is 24, and our beanie is starting to curve. You can see that inside is beginning to spiral, while the outside takes a whole different form, or the inside or the outside, depending on which one you like. So our next row, which is row number 4, is going to be an increase row, and we're going to increase to 36. To increase to 36, we'll chain 1 double crochet front post, and the next one will be 2. So it's going to be 1 and 2, 1 and 2, for a total of 36. So that's 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. For a total of 36. This is a perfect beanie for the winter because it turns out really warm. So row number 4 is basically an increase row to 36. So every time you increase a row, the next row that follows it would basically be the same number. So our row number 5 is going to be a repeat of 36 with a single double crochet in each of our 36 stitches. So it's a single double crochet in, oh sorry, it's a double crochet in each, and the next one will have 2. So it's 1 and then 2, 1 and 2 for a total of 36. And when you're increasing, your last one will always be a double. So this is a total of 36. And you can notice our beanie is starting to curve. And our inside looks like that, while our outside looks like that. Okay, so our row number 5 is going to be one of just singles, and still for a total of 36. We're working the front post for a total of 36. And so we're going to increase up to 60. Once you increase up to 60 per row, then after that all you do is just go round and round until you reach the length of the beanie you want. Usually I stop at row number 21, and that will give me a standard beanie, a standard size. But if you want it longer and perhaps foldable over your ear, you can make it 25 or even 30. That would be very long though. Or you can fold it over your ear to keep your ears warmer. Alright, so we reached the end of our row number 5. Our next row, which is row number 6, is going to be an increase row, and we're going to increase from 36 to 48. And for that we'll just go a single, and then 2, 1, 1 and 2. And I'll show you. This is where our row number 5 has ended, and our beanie is starting to curve, so the inside will look almost like that. It makes a very beautiful beanie. So our next row is going to be an increase row again. We're going to increase from 36 to 48, and it's going to be 1 1 and a double, 1 1 and a double. So front post, double crochet, 1 1, and the next we'll have 2. On the same chain. So 1 1 and 2. For a total of 48. And so you can go ahead and continue with this, and we'll meet you at the front at the end of our 48. All right, so coming to the end of our row number 6, and our number 7 is going to be a repeat of 48. And it's going to be a single chain all round for a total of 48. And as you can see, this takes a form of its own design, the inside, and the outside also has its own design. That's why I refer to it as a reversible beanie in the beginning. You can wear it both ways. Alright, so our next row is going to be a repeat of 48, and then our final increase row will be the one of 60, and from there we just basically repeat the same pattern till the length of the beanie you want. If you want a short one, just like a scar one, then you'd stop at about maybe 15 or 18. If you want a longer one, you'd go for 20, 21, even 25 if you want it to fold. I'm sorry, I'm undoing an old project, so I have to pause for a second and do some more yarn. Alright, we're getting to the end of our row number 7, I think, and that should have a total of 48. And our final increase row is going to have a total of 60. And after 60, we just go through the entire project with just rows of 60. That's the end of our increase, and we just make the body of the beanie. And this right here is 48. Again, don't forget to mark the end of your rows. This is the end of our row. We are starting a new row, and our beanie is starting to take shape. This is what the outside would look like, and this is what the inside would look like. Pretty cool, huh? It's a very simple project, and it turns out really beautifully. So our row number 8, I like to use the inside to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be an increase row, which will be our last increase row of 60. And we're going to go 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. So double crochet, 3 double crochets, then 2 double crochets in the 4th one. For a total of 60. And thereon we'll go on. That will mark the end of our increase, and we'll go on with 60 up to the end of our project. So 1, 2, 3, 2. Right, again, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2 on the same one. So we repeat that for number 8 up to the end for a total of 60. Again, it's very important to mark where your rows begin and where they end with a small string, so that at the end of your project it's a smooth finish. So this is the end of our increased row, and at the end of this row you should have 60 stitches. Okay, and this is what our beanie is starting to look like. Okay, that's our outside, and that's what the inside, or whichever side you prefer, will look like. So on and forward, and you can see how stretchy this is, so depending, it can stretch quite far, so it holds your head pretty well. So going forwards, you're just going to go on and round until you get to row number 18. So you can keep count by counting these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so until you have 18 of these to mark the end of your beanie. So go ahead and just continue with the pattern until you reach your row number 18 or 20 or 25, depending on really how long you want your beanie. I normally will stop at 18 just so to make a standard beanie, and I'll show you what mine looks like. It's all basically your preference and how to close, how to do the last row that closes your beanie out and gives it a finish, a professional finish. So just go ahead and till your 18th row or 21 rows. Like I said, it all depends on your head size, if you're making it for a child or for an adult, but usually I'll stop at 18 as a standard, and if I want it to fold, I'd stop at 21. And you can keep on trying. If you're making it for yourself, you can keep on trying it on your head and just see which size or length you're comfortable with. So go ahead and work up to row number 18, and we'll meet you at the end to show you how I close out my beanie and what mine will be looking like at that point. Hello, so here we are at the end of our project. This is what our beanie looks like. All right, if I turn that inside out so you can see the other side. I find this side prettier. I don't know about you, but they all look really nice. So this is what the other side looks like. I will just show you how to close. All right, we'll go back to the other side, to the end of our project. And so this was my last stitch. Just go back. And so my last one to close it all out is going to be a slip stitch. I'll chain one, going to in there and slip stitch, just to give you a flawless finish. This is why I insist on you marking where you started your row, so that when you're finally done, you do not have part of the upper row, you know, on a higher side than this other one. So kind of gives you a flawless finish. You can cut that out and you can tuck it in. The other alternative is you can do a slip stitch all round to give it a professional brim. It really doesn't matter if you do that or you don't, but the finish is still professional and flawless anyways. Once you cut that off and tuck it in with your needle, it will all look beautifully finished. So voila, this is what our beanie looks like. Like I said, you can make it long enough so you can fold it like that when you wear it, or you can just let it be a short beanie, like a skull beanie that you don't have to fold. So the length is really dependent on how long you want it. Mine, like I said, I normally just count 1, 2, 3 up to 21, and that's what I consider standard. All right, good luck with your project. I hope you love it. It's a very easy one for beginners. Let me know how that goes, and thanks for watching. Always be blessed.